Good evening and welcome back to Let's Play Dreamfall, The Longest Journey. When we left off last time, we were back as Kian here. He has made it to Markyria. He's roaming around, heckling people. Say something about this fella. Ah, shoot. I want to get his opinion on all the magicals. I'm sure he's going to say awful things, but, you know.
He looks deceptively human, but he's not. He's just a magical.
No, he's a person. Come here, I want to talk to you. There.
Sir.
He doesn't want to talk to me, very understandably. I'm hoping that if we talk to some of these people, it'll broaden Kian's mind and I'll stop being so judgy about him.
It looks like a creature
What do you mean,
half human,
it?
half animal. It is surely not the will of the goddess to have such a thing mingle with trueborn.
If your goddess really cared, then it seems like she would have resolved this long ago, right?
I told you people never ventured in here alone.
This is magic. I'm sure of it. Still, it feels warm enough.
Oh.
Watch it, boy.
Oh, come on! I didn't...
I
Oh.
believe you're still being held up. The supply should have left the city 2 days ago, and you with them.
Without proper authorization, there is no way for our vessel to leave harbor. If we do anything to awake suspicion...
I know, Chuan. It's just frustrating. The plan was for you to be halfway up the river already.
We leave this afternoon. Everything is in order now. The soldiers will not delay us any further.
I hope you're right. Everyone's waiting for the medicines and the...
April,
What?
that girl, Zoe, I saw her. She's been taken by the Azadi.
Huh?
What? Where?
It's that place you told me about. Friar's Keep.
That's the witch they
Isn't that where
caught?
the Azadi torture rebels? Why did they bring her there? Do you think she's going to tell on us?
No, you fool.
I don't think so. What would she tell them? She doesn't know anything about us.
We need to help her.
We do.
She has no one else.
I know, I know. You don't have to tell me.
Alright.
You two get ready to leave. You can't delay the boat any longer.
What? You must be joking. When are you going to let us go on a mission again?
You are going on a mission.
Already have a mission, Bryn. A very important one. If you don't bring the supplies back to the swamp, people will die. I'll see you at home, guys. Safe journey, and guard those supplies well.
Why is she being like this?
She's actually being
Because
very
she has
responsible
much
here.
on her mind.
I know, but she's always had a lot on her mind, and she hasn't been this way before. There's something going on that she's not telling us. I'm sure of it.
It is no business of ours. And she is right. We already have a mission.
Yeah.
Come. We need to go to the harbor. The paperwork may have been cleared by now, and we must not delay the boat any further.
I understand, Benrime said he was a kid, April saved him, so she's responsible for him or whatever to some degree, but
1 moment.
he needs to settle down and get up out of her business a little bit sometimes.
Pardon me, the dust here isn't any good for my lungs. Yes, may I help you?
I represent the tower. I am told you have a prisoner.
We don't use that word here. They are our guests.
Yeah.
Until your people come to pick them up.
No, they're prisoners.
I wish to speak with this prisoner.
So I see. Am I to understand that you have all the paperwork in order?
The emissary insists that I should speak with your prisoner. Now.
Well, I will never understand this blatant disregard of a proper bureaucratic process, but as you wish. Guard, if you please.
Okay, hang on a second, game. There she
There
is.
she is, all ready to be interviewed.
I shall be alone with her.
I beg your pardon? No, that's not how things are done here. Local laws apply, and they are abundantly clear. During interrogations, an independent body must be present to ensure the legality of said process.
Seems reasonable.
And I am that independent body.
The tower shall hear of this.
Yeah, I'm sure it will. Carry on.
I represent the tower.
Who?
The tower. the supreme authority of the Azadi Empire in the Northlands. I am Apostle Alvane, personal envoy of the Six.
I don't know what any of that is. I don't know anything. I haven't done anything.
She keeps saying that. She's a bit whiny, this one.
Well,
Do not interrupt, please. You stand accused of being a spy. You will be transported to Sadir, our capital, at our earliest convenience, where you will be tried as a spy.
I'm not a spy.
Then what are you? A witch? You were spotted practicing magic.
bull.
I wasn't practicing anything. I just landed in a very inconvenient spot.
3 soldiers saw you materialize out of thin air in the middle of the marketplace. If you're not a witch, then how did you do that?
A witch did it to
Someone
me.
else sent me here to Marcuria. I'm from the south. I'm not a spy, and I'm not a witch.
I see. I believe you.
Oh,
I will speak with the warden and maybe he will let you go. That is all I can do.
well,
You're
thanks.
just going to leave me here?
What do you
This is not my jurisdiction.
What do you want him to do, Zoe? That was actually surprisingly compassionate of him. I didn't expect that.
I take it she'll be loaded onto the next airship bound for Sadir, yes?
I
No.
don't think she is a spy. Or a witch.
Well, does your opinion make a difference? Guilty or not, they all go across the sea to be tried, do they not?
I think she should be released.
No. That's quite impossible. She's been left in my care, and in my care she shall remain, until she's sent off to Sadir. Those are the laws. And here in Friar's Keep, we follow the laws to the letter. I'm afraid I can't release her simply because you think she's innocent.
I shall bring this matter to the tower's attention.
And so you shall. Good day, then. My best to the tower and your mistress.
An interesting fellow. So he's not part of the Azadi, right? He was part of the tower that was already here and its workings. He's just a stickler for the rules. I hate to do this because we saw so much. I want to know what Roper Clax would have said to this fella. I was going down that side alley that triggered all of these cutscenes. I was just trying to explore, and I am going to go back and I'm going to see what Roper had to say. I'm a little upset that I missed out on stuff, you know? Alright.
This is magic.
Just in case it makes a difference to have clicked on that. Alright, Roper.
Get your maritime accessories, eh? Everything any discerning seafarer could covet.
Oh, that's the extent of our conversation.
Oh, my insignificant collection of knickknacks probably wouldn't interest a man of your exalted tastes, good sir. I will do anything I can to assist you, sir, within my limitations. I am, after all, no magician.
No, you're an alchemist.
Potions,
What else have we got?
Her skin is blue, but
curiously shaped
otherwise she looks like a woman.
Because she is a woman.
Just leave us be. We haven't done you or your people any harm.
Yeah.
Why are you harassing us? We can't help being who we are any more than you can help being human.
Although right now I wouldn't consider this harassing. I'm just chatting.
I don't understand why you don't like us. Is it the color of my skin? I've never used magic to hurt anyone, and I never intend to.
What do you think about all that, Kian? She's got some pretty important things to say.
She is obviously female. A woman. Her features may not be human, but she is attractive.
Ooh, how about that?
You'd all rather wish we'd just disappear, wouldn't you? I can't change who I am. How would you like it if I tried to change you?
I'm really impressed by these two ladies here who, like, Roper's just like, oh, nothing to do with magic, trying to hide it. And I mean, I guess they can't really hide it because they're not human and they know that the Azadi distaste spreads to non-human. They're just like, hey, this is who I am. What's your problem with me? Come on now. I like that they're just challenging him.
But you can never, ever force me to agree with you. You'd all rather wish we'd just disappear,
Yeah,
wouldn't
good
you?
on you. Alright. And then we might as well talk to this guy again, just in case.
It looks like a creature, half human, half animal.
Yeah.
I thought you people never ventured in here alone. You don't look like the others. There's something different about you.
Yeah?
If you would just try to see things from our perspective, I'm sure we could all live together in harmony.
I think he's right. What about this fella?
That is an animal, not a thinking, feeling person.
No, it is.
Cannot be. Our teachings are clear on that matter.
Well, your teachings suck. Alright, and as soon as we try to zone out, is it going to give us the...
Watch it, boy.
Somehow I didn't even catch that the boy running by. Yeah, it was him. So we get this scene again.
Being held up. The supply should have left the city.
Oh, that's not what I meant to do.
2 days.
Without,
We skipped it because we saw it.
we leave.
I feel...
What?
I just feel frustrated for having to deal with this kid. Like, okay, I saved this kid, and he's part of my organization now, but he doesn't listen to her orders very well. He's always questioning things, and...
Why is she being...
Come.
I mean, I don't know. Benrime was like, you saved him, so you're responsible for him. But then I also feel like... I mean, I don't know. For his part, he's not listening to her. He's not doing the things she wants. And I don't think that he has to necessarily be, like, grateful all of his life or whatever, you know. But what am I trying to get at? How am I trying to say this? I don't think she's... I think Benrime is wrong. I don't think she has to be responsible for his life forever. Especially if he's not going to listen to all the things that she says. You know, if he's going to be questioning and
I will speak with the warden
being prickly and stuff all the time, well then he can take care of, he can be responsible for himself or whatever. I don't know.
I take it she'll be loaded onto the next.
I should.
Okay. I'm articulating that really badly. I'm not sure the point that I'm trying to get across. Something about his character rubs me the wrong way. I feel like if I were April and I'm at the head, or at least a key part of this very tense rebellion, a very dangerous thing. People are dying, my people could be betrayed, and then they would die. Like, there's a lot going on. I mean, I kind of get how when Zoe first plopped into things, April's kind of feeling like, oh my gosh, I don't really have time for this. Now that we've seen a little more of what April's up against here. And so... to have on top of that, Benrime constantly being like, well, you have to be responsible for this boy. You saved his life. Like he's just some kind of albatross hanging over her neck forever. He's got to stand up and grow up a bit and be a responsible member of this rebellion sometime. Or, if he can't do that, then he needs to step aside and go live somewhere safe and not be part of the rebellion. If he's going to follow her around and be part of this, then he needs to listen to her orders and respect her position as the person in charge here. That's what I'm trying to get at. That he's not doing either of those things. So I think she's totally justified in not having much patience with him and just kind of being fed up about it. And I don't think it's helpful for Benrime to be like, you have to be responsible. Like, no, he's being an insubordinate underling. So he can either shape up and get with it, or else he can go do something else. April doesn't have time to just babysit him all day. Okay. So, what do we want to look at here?
Even though the prison is run by the City Watch, we keep one of our own posted here at all times. After all, these are our prisoners.
You say that they're your prisoners, but that guy behind the desk is saying that you don't really get to determine what's going to happen to them. Whether you think they're innocent or not, they're getting shipped out of here. So, I don't know. I mean, they are getting shipped out of here to Azadi lands. It's an interesting situation. I'm trying to figure out, like, is it just that Kian doesn't really have the authority for this guy to listen to him? But this guy seems a little resentful of the tower, too. Cautiously resentful. Like, when he's saying things like, I'm sure it will get back to your tower. But then he also understands that he is kind of I don't know, he's kind of under the rule of the tower, but seems like Friar's Keep is a little bit of a force in itself as well.
The City Watch operates this facility, but it's used exclusively for prisoners awaiting transport to Sadir.
Huh.
I've been posted here solely to assist and to advise the local watch.
How do they feel about that advice?
Warden Murren is an asset to this facility and to the Empire.
Yeah?
He will be properly rewarded by the emissary when the time comes.
Okay, so he is sticking to the letter of the rules because he knows that way it's a solid defense. If someone comes in and tries to get upset at him, he can be like, hey, this is the law. This is your law. Your Azadi law, and I am following your laws. Particularly. So maybe that's what it is. So, yeah, it's just he doesn't have respect for Kian because Kian's kind of outside the hierarchy he's used to dealing with. That makes sense. I don't think I want to try to go out right now. Let's talk to him a little more.
The warden of this prison. He is a true example of why women should be the ones in positions of power.
Now, there's an interesting perspective. That's actually kind of sad, to think that only women should be in positions of power, but the women that are in positions of power in his empire are horrible zealots who want to convert the world to their way of thinking and will kill people who don't. I like to think that women can do much better than that as leaders. Really, it's not about women being leader in positions of power or men in positions of power. It's a need for both. It's a need for just the best person for the job, regardless of gender. Oh, one more time. That's all he's got, and then are we back to...
Good day to you. Well, I'm quite sure you have more pressing matters to attend to than to stay here in the keep all day.
It bothers you if I stay here, though, so I'm going to linger a bit.
Feel free to show yourself out the door.
Alright, are you repeating now? Yeah. Okay. And I can't just go up this way. So poor Zoe landed right into a mess.
They look sturdy. They are built from a strange material that I have not seen before.
Really? It just looks like wood with maybe some metal bracing. Ooh. Okay, so yep. We figured this place would eventually be important. Maybe there's a way we can sneak in over here to the side. Let's look around. And is this how they're going to meet? That he's going to try to break in because he wants to perhaps free Zoe or find the right papers to free her because he thinks she's innocent, and then April's going to try and come here just to bust her out because she knows that poor Zoe's from Stark and has no clue what's going on. Okay, well. Can he get through here? No. Maybe he'll run into her on his way down. What's your thoughts on this, Kian?
It appears that someone lives here. How tragic. For a so-called civilized society to allow its citizens to be without permanent shelter.
Well, I have a strong feeling that your Azadi presence is a large part of this as well. You know? It's not like you guys are providing a home for Clara. Oh, here we go. Da 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 da.
Pardon me, mistress.
She's like, what? Oh. I quite liked that. That was a pretty slick transition of point of view. I really enjoyed that. So, I don't think unfriendly is wise, because he's clearly Azadi, and it's probably best not to. Like, she was telling the other people, we don't want to attract notice. There isn't a point alienating anyone, but I also don't think we need to be friendly with him. His people have come in and ruined lives and made life very difficult for a lot of folk. So they don't deserve friendliness. They deserve hostility, but we don't want to be outright hostile. That could have some bad consequences. We're just going to be cautiously neutral.
What?
My apologies for the imposition, mistress, but I'm new to the city and I seek a place to buy a hot meal.
Well, you don't want to go anywhere near the South Gate. The few places that are still open down here are expensive and bad. But if you head up by Reed Avenue towards the tower, I'm sure you'll find somewhere to take your lunch.
Thank you, mistress. Pardon, mistress. Do I know you from somewhere? You are familiar to me.
How
I
so?
don't think so. Who are you?
Oh, okay. Yeah, I really like that. This is kind of fun to get to play both sides of the conversation. Okay. For all he knows, she could be a rebel spy. But I think he is so convinced in the righteousness of the Azadi way. I don't think he would lie, and I don't think he would try to kind of cover things either. I think he would just be, what we know of this guy so far, he's proud of who he is. He's proud of representing the Six and the Empire. He'd be honest about it.
I'm Kian Alvane. I'm an Azadi apostle. I just arrived in the city.
Why are you telling me this?
Because you asked.
Honestly, mistress, I'm not certain. It seemed the right thing to do. Perhaps I simply wanted to speak with someone who is not Azadi, to find out what you truly think of my people.
Well,
what I think of your people? I find you, Azadi, arrogant and full of yourselves. You believe you have a right to impose your politics and religion on others.
Oh, April, go you.
You actually have the audacity to believe that we should be grateful for that.
Your honesty is refreshing, mistress, though I do not agree with you.
Okay, it was kind of a gamble to say that too, April.
Agreeing or disagreeing. It's a question of facts. You invaded our lands, you imposed yourselves on us.
We delivered you from a brutal and deadly enemy.
Only to replace that enemy.
Your city. We fed your hungry and housed your homeless. We made your land safe again.
No, we're not safe from you.
Us, you would not be here. Without us, your people would be scattered, broken, dead.
Maybe.
Your cities would be in ruins and your temples burned to the ground. We have only done what we know to be right. We wish only for you to walk in the light of our goddess.
But we don't want
to.
to.
Word and to know her love. Tell me, mistress, how have we wronged
I told you already.
How have we imposed on you with our charity and goodwill?
By killing people
charity
who dissent.
And goodwill? Is that what they call a military occupation these days? Don't mistake gratitude for love, Azadi. A lot of people were grateful that you liberated Marcuria from the Tyrant hordes. Others are grateful for what you've brought with you. Technology, airships, exotic goods, increased trade. And your soldiers, they've made the Northland safe against our enemies, and Marcuria's streets secure to walk at night, as long as you're human, of course. I'm embarrassed to say there are even those who are happy you've rounded up all the non-humans and stuck them in a ghetto. So sure, there are those who are grateful and those who have gained a lot from your presence
But there's those who've lost everything.
As for the silent majority, well, who wants to rock the boat when there's food on the table, a roof over your head, and a job to pay the bills? But ask those who are no longer allowed to speak their minds, to walk the streets, or to practice their religion. What do you think they'll say? Ask a Sentinel Minstrom, if you can find one, what they felt when you leveled their holiest shrine to the ground to make room for your tower. Ask those who've had their homes raided and destroyed because they weren't born human, because they practiced magic, or because they didn't worship your goddess. Ask the Dolmari or the Zid about being forced to relocate and live inside the walls of the ghetto while they await an uncertain fate. Do you think they will sing your praises? Do you think they've bought into the whole charity and goodwill song and dance? You came here under the pretense of liberating us, but instead you've imprisoned us.
Exactly.
You've taken our sovereignty and you've taken our faith. You're even trying to take our individuality away. You want to make us into you.
And we have a right to be ourselves.
It won't work. In the end, people won't stand for it. If you hadn't come to our lands, we might still be homeless, hunted, hungry, but we'd be free. And freedom, Azadi. Freedom is worth a lot more than you will ever know.
You have strong feelings regarding this matter.
Of course.
Strong feelings? I shouldn't be talking to you. I have to go.
Wait. I still feel that I know you from somewhere.
Well, you sit with that feeling yourself. I'm going.
From very different worlds in more ways than you can possibly imagine.
Maybe I could learn about your world, and you about mine.
I'm not actually interested in your world.
You have misjudged our intentions.
No.
But you speak with such passion and conviction. It would be wrong of me to simply dismiss you. Perhaps you could show me this ghetto from your perspective, and explain to me how your people have suffered under our rule.
You don't understand. It's impossible. And it's too late. We can't come to an understanding. We're enemies.
How can we be enemies when we have just met?
I really have to go. Good luck finding a place to eat. You really should try the Riverwood Tavern in Old Town.
She sent him to Old Town, the ghetto. That's pretty great. Hopefully it'll be a place that opens his eyes some. That was a pretty cool conversation. I agree with everything she says. And I know there'd be some people who'd say, you don't even want to know the Adisadi perspective. That's terrible. I don't think I really need to. We've seen it. We've seen what their presence here means for all the people. We've seen. I don't know. We could try hearing his perspective. I'm pretty sure I'm just going to hate all of it. I think it's, oh my gosh. When he's all like, well, maybe you could explain to me what you mean that we've wronged your people. Like, I already said, you forced a bunch of people to live in a ghetto. You raid their homes. You're sending bunches of people off to prisons who knows where. You're forcing us to follow your religion whether we want to or not. You razed our holiest temple. I mean, dude, if that's not enough to make you understand, I don't really know how to convince you. There's something wrong with your perceptions majorly if you can't look at those things and be like, I could see why I could see why people would be upset. I mean, come on, man. He does get credit, though, for being willing to talk to her and for having a desire to learn more. I have a feeling that I don't know, maybe I'm judging him too harshly. I was going to say I have a feeling his desire to learn more so that he can convince her that his people are actually pretty good, but I don't know, I feel that he's been open enough. I think he could be persuaded to see things from our point of view. He seems, I don't know, he seemed reasonable enough as we were talking there. I think it was very dicey of April to veer away from the neutrality and go ahead and be honest with him and tell him exactly what her problems with his people are. Like, it seems like that could go the wrong way. The feeling I get from the Azadi are that they're not too keen on anyone voicing disagreement about them, but he took it in stride, so... But risky, April, risky. We're just trying to rescue Zoe the Witch here, and then probably get out of Marcuria.
Someone lives here. No doubt driven out of their home by the Azadi.
Exactly, because she has a magical with her. But that's interesting. So, April, you don't actually know that this is Clara's place? I just assumed that she'd, I don't know, kind of have tabs on where all kinds of people are in Marcuria. This is where she's operating out of, but... No, this isn't where she's operating out of. She did say that she was sending Chawan and, I lost his name, Irritating Boy, to home with supplies for their people. So, no, really, her base is the swamps. Okay, April, I don't know. You can't possibly think that just waltzing in here is gonna work, right? Aha! Hey, Crow.
Thought you could just ditch me, didn't you? Well, I have a surprise.
No, I need you.
Crow, perfect.
Although...
I need your help.
Oh, it's always the same old son. What?
I need to find someone who's locked up in that tower. You can help me.
A please would be in order?
Help you? Really? Yes. Yes. Yes, I can.
Oh, Crow.
What do you need?
There's a young woman in a cell somewhere in Friar's Keep. Her name's Zoe. She's got long dark hair, and she probably looks completely lost.
Sounds like someone I once knew.
Uh-huh.
Tell her that we're here to break her out, but we need her help in order to do that. Ask her to look around the cell, check the walls, the floor, the door. See if she can find a way to get out of there.
Got it. I won't let you down, April.
Crow, you're the best.
I'm counting on you, Crow.
And really, I feel bad for him. She did just disappear on him again, didn't she? As always happens. We're really lucky that he cares enough to come find us, and then not even a please, just, hey, I need you to help me.
Up here.
Alright, I'm having a lot of fun with all of the perspectives changing around so quickly between our three characters here, now that they're all coming together.
What are you?
I'm a bird. Crow's the name. At your service, etc. You're Zoe, right?
Right. How did you know?
Got a friend of yours outside. April. She sends her regards. We're breaking you out. Exciting stuff, isn't it?
Indeed.
You can talk.
Oh, Zoe.
Just noticing that, huh? Right. You're from Stark. Talking bird's a big deal for you. Trust me, it really isn't.
No?
No. Of course, most birds don't speak a human language, but bird speak is a lot more complicated. Most bird brains can't hold both, so I've specialized. The world's a lot less annoying now that I don't understand what all these birds are going on about all the time. So, what's the plan?
The plan?
She's like, I don't know. You're the one who just came and told me we were busting out.
You were breaking me out.
Don't shoot the messenger. I'm just a messenger, see? And I don't want to get shot because of that whole messenger thing.
So what's the message?
Oh, I forgot about the message.
Oh, Crow.
Well, April says, she says, keep that upper lip stiff, trooper.
Crow.
Really? That's what she said?
No. No, I can't remember what she said.
Oh, Crow,
Point is, we're breaking you out.
Shh, not so loud. They'll hear you. How do you plan to do that?
That's where you come in. April needs you to use your investigative skills. In other words, it's your move, baby.
Baby? Okay, I'll try my best.
Poor Zoe. All of a sudden, there's talking birds, and this talking bird just called me baby.
That's Crow. He's here with April to rescue me.
Which is pretty fantastic.
I'll wait here while you put that oversized human brain to work.
Alright. Well, let's look around. What do we got here? This is... Wow. Talk about an exceptionally basic cell. We've got a bed and a chair. That's pretty well lit.
The cell door is locked. There's a hatch, but it only opens from the outside.
Okay.
Hey! Hello? Open up!
Will they actually come investigate?
What's the bloody racket? You're giving me a bloody headache.
It's so dark in here, and I'm, feeling a bit claustrophobic.
Classo? What?
I don't like enclosed spaces. Would you mind leaving the hatch open? It'll make me feel better.
Oh, and then Crow could fly through.
Yeah. Is that right? Dearie me, we can't have you feeling bad, can we? After all, this ain't jail. It's a bloody holiday resort, innit? No.
Oh, you jerk. Crow could fit right
Please,
through there.
I'll be very grateful.
How grateful?
What do you mean?
I'm not sure. How grateful
What do you want from
Will
me?
you sing me a song?
Okay.
Song?
Yeah. A jingle. A ditty. A rhythmic series of musical notes. Like me mum used.
That's a bizarre request, but okay.
I guess. I can do that. Yes. Yes, I can sing you a song. Later.
Sing it right now.
Thanks ever so much. I'll just leave the hatch open then, shall I? And I'll come back later, right? For that ditty.
Really? You're not just messing with me,
yes.
guard.
Yeah.
I can't believe that worked.
The door's bolted and locked from the outside. Even if I could reach that bolt, I wouldn't be able to lift it.
But Crow might be able to do it. I have got a task for you, friend.
Crow. I don't know if this will help, but it's a start. I got the guard to leave the hatch and the door open, and I can see the bar that keeps the door bolted. It's locked, and even if I could reach it, I wouldn't be able to move it. But maybe you or April can figure something out.
That's what we're here for, figuring things out. Also rescuing you, of course. For me, it's mostly the last one, not so much the former. Anyways, I'll fly down and tell April. She'll know what to do, I'm sure. She's the brains of the outfit. Also the brawn. I'm just the wings and the beak.
You're moral support, Crow. That's what you are, and you're very important.
Did you find her?
I did, and she's doing fine. They haven't beheaded her yet. I think. Can they reattach your head after cutting it off?
No.
That seems a fair question, actually.
Anything in the cell we
We're in
can use
Arcadia.
to get her out of there.
The hatch and the door's open. Zoe says the door is locked from the outside with a metal bar. There's a guard, but he's not very attentive.
Right. So we need something to take care of that bolt and something to get rid of the guard. Any ideas?
Magic's always a good answer. You can't go wrong with magic. That's my final answer. Magic.
Magic won't work inside Friar's Keep. The stone walls work as a sort of magical jammer. But potions would still work. That's chemistry, not magic.
We know a chemist.
And I know where to get potions. Rupert Clacks. Wait here, Crow.
Aha!
Alrighty. I'll keep my eye on the tower in case anything, happens.
Thank you, buddy. That sounds like a fair plan.
Crow doesn't look a day older than he did when I first met him. Lucky bird.
That is lucky. And also that begs the question, what is his lifespan? Is it the lifespan of an average crow in Stark? Which I don't know what that is. Or is his a special thing? Because he is a pretty special crow. And we are in Arcadia, so he's an Arcadian crow. And even being an Arcadian crow, he's a special crow beyond that. Because as he said, most birds don't speak human speak. So, we know he's at least 10 years old. What is your lifespan, Crow? I hope you live a very long time, buddy.
I'll hold down the fort while you get the supplies.
Mm-hmm.
I'll hold down the fort
I just had to
while
see if
you
you have
get the
anything else to
supplies.
say. Oh, that was the right... No, what? Yeah, it is. Oh, we're switching? Okay. Now.
Solid stuff. They're magical, too. Completely unbreakable. It's a speaking tube.
Who's it reached to? Hello?
Hello,
Yes?
Well, if we say delivery, we don't have anything to deliver.
Prison inspection.
Prison inspection.
Yeah, prison inspection.
This is Friar's Keep. One doesn't inspect Friar's Keep. But you must have us confused with the city jail over on Cold Stone. Good day.
Alright.
Delivery.
Delivery of what?
Sheets.
But you haven't
We
any.
don't issue sheets to our prisoners. It must be a mistake. Good day.
Well, we tried. I'm actually very excited that we're going back to Roper Clacks. I like that he's kind of an integral piece of things that are going on here, you know? Hopefully we will run into more familiar faces from the first game. It's just nice to have those little touches to see characters that, you know. How's it going?
The prices here are too steep. We do most of our business in Old Town.
God, the new administration has introduced so many taxes and fees, it's hard to make ends meet down here.
And that's why their prices are so steep.
Southgate Market is definitely not what it used to be. I'm lucky if I see a dozen customers before noon.
Because they gotta try to find some way to make a profit.
The added expenses and lack of customers is ruining me. Soon I'll have to find another way to make money.
I hear that Coruscant is negotiating with the Azadi for a treaty. If that happens, there might finally be peace in the Northlands. I don't know how Irhad feels about the Azadi, but I'm sure they could work something out. We don't need another war. Now that the Tyrant are gone, there's finally hope of lasting peace in the Northlands.
I'm not looking to buy anything from her.
No, we just want to talk.
Rebel activity in the north has delayed deliveries, so I don't have much left to sell, I'm afraid.
Pity.
I don't care what people say. As long as the Azadi encourage fair trade, I'm happy.
Selfish and short-sighted.
There was trouble in the ghetto again this morning. It's really affecting my business, because deliveries can't get through.
Spice up your life! Best spices in Mercuria!
I think he sells spices, even though I can't see any.
Now you look like you need to spice up your life, eh? Get it? Eh? Spice?
I get it.
Wonderful. I don't care whether my customers are Azadi, Dolmari, Northlanders, Southlanders, or anything in between. They're all welcome. Fantastic.
That's a good attitude to have.
Why, hello there, Mum. What an absolutely wonderful day to be exploring the city.
Alright, this is the wrong way, because really we want to go to Old Town, but I'm thinking maybe we swing by Benrime's and see what she has to say. Do I want to do that? This is kind of a long route to go. Well, we're already committed. Let's do it. This lady.
She's a funny old girl.
Are you married? My great-grandson runs a tailor shop on the west side. He doesn't know it. I just don't understand all this fuss about freedom and democracy. Are you married?
Yeah, we heard all this stuff from you before.
My great-grandson runs a tailor shop on the west side. He doesn't know any girls, though he does have
We're getting there. Alright. Benrime? Where are you at?
Benrime's burned all the forbidden books, and she's bought a bunch of Azadi-approved ones. No one reads those.
Huh. I could look upstairs, but maybe I should look upstairs. I'm feeling like she's probably not going to be there, and this is just a little bit of a waste of time, but let's make sure. Nobody? Nobody. Yep, nobody.
If there's one thing we have enough of, it's weaponry. What we need more of is food, warm clothes, and medicine.
Okay, so this was a detour I shouldn't have taken. We accomplished nothing by it. That'll happen. How's it going?
There are soldiers everywhere. The Azadi think that will protect them against terrorist threat? They're mistaken.
Move along, citizen. Coldstone Gate's still closed, citizen. You'll have to take the long way round.
Why is it closed?
Move along.
There are soldiers everywhere. The Azadi think that will protect them against terrorist threat? They're mistaken.
Visit Roper's Spells and Filtress for premium quality potions, magical ingredients, and made-to-order charms.
Hi, Roper.
Roper Clax, my old nemesis. Rehabilitated, apparently. We'll see about that.
You're back. How may I assist you this time?
I need some potions. So.
I need a couple of potions.
You've certainly come to the right place. What do you need? A love potion? Acne away. Webbed toes no more. Some sort of a scented lubricant?
Oh my.
Scented? No, I need
She's
something
like,
that can
maybe.
melt metal.
Iron be gone.
And something that can knock someone out cold.
Knock you out. Extra strength. Tossable or drinkable?
Ooh, tossable.
I guess it needs to have some range.
Excellent. One moment.
He had these ready to go, huh? Nice.
Potions.
Thank you for that.
Cure Roper Clax. At your service.
I just want to know if there's anything else we can talk
Thank
about.
you.
No?
Anytime, my lady.
Alright. And what did we get? Smoke bomb.
This ought to knock the guard out.
And acid.
Acid. I'll need to be careful with this.
Alright, wonderful. So then. Here we go. So probably we should take the acid and have Crow fly it into Zoe so she can dump it on her door. But it's not going to happen. I really want to use it to melt the chain holding that gate to the side of Friar's Keep open because I want to know what's in there.
Crabbend used to be a lively neighborhood, but all the non-humans have been forcibly moved to Old Town and the streets completely deserted. All the shops and houses are locked and boarded up. There are no magicals left outside of Old Town.
Which is a bummer. Like, what's the point? Rounding up all the magicals in the ghetto, but then you're left with this neighborhood where nobody's living in. It seems like your bandits and your thieves and stuff are going to end up sneaking in there. They'll move in. There's no one to stop them. Alright, Crow? Can we just talk to him?
I need you to do something for me,
Alright.
Crow. I need you to fly up there with these 2 potions. Can you do that?
No problemo. That's what my talons are for. Just hand them over, and Crow's your man. Bird. Birdman. Guybird. Whatever, I'm that.
You're a very helpful friend. That's what you are. So, take Smoke Bomb first? Is this a one at a time deal? Nope, he can do both, eh? Alright. Thanks, pal.
I come